These are some parts of a new tractor, something to do with an implement on the back. The lad wants 2 new pins making. He wants us to repair that. They cut those out and put new little adapters in. It's easier just to make a new one. And I've got to make 2 of them. I want something a little bit stronger. I've got 2 bits of EN8 there, ideal to make the pins out of. I've got a bit of flat bar, enough to get that out of, and the 2 arms. It's actually the same size flat bar, which is very handy. The first thing I want to do is make the pins, weld the pins in, and then bend that. A little bit of fabrication. We'll have a little bit of a measure and see what sort of sizes we've got. Bear in mind it's all worn. It's looking like 20mm. The pins look like 12. When they were 12, that's what they're going to be now. I think I'll use stainless for the pins, machine them, and then drill the holes and weld them in. I'm going to drill the holes first, and it means I can make the pins a tight fit. The drill's right in the centre. I've got a DRO zeroed, so you need to measure the distance between each pin, which is 40mm. Simply wind 40mm in. Makes it easy. Using a DRO on a milling machine, you don't need to mark out, you just sort of, and another 40. So I'm going to drill the end to 11.5, in the centre one probably 19 or 18, and we can make the pins a tight fit. So we'll go for 11.5 in those 2 first. I've got some cutting fluid here, or cutting paste, called Anchor Lube. I used to use it years ago, and I couldn't get it anymore. As a friend of mine actually imported it, I'm going to do a little video on showing how it's used and how good it actually is, or how bad it is. And there'll also be a link to where you can buy it from. I'm going to give it a little try on here. It's completely inert, it's user friendly, non-toxic. I mean, I wouldn't drink the bastard stuff, but we'll go back to 0. In fact, we'll drill this one to the same size, and then we can open it out. Ideal in this little bottle because you don't waste any. It's got no smell as well, which will suit the wife because she doesn't like the smell of the lubricant I normally use, or the cutting paste I normally use. Back to 0. Should really put a pilot drill through here, but it's doing all right. I want to put a good countersink in there, so that I can get a nice weld onto the pin that's going into there. This is a cheap and cherry Banggood countersink, which is doing very well. It's only mild steel, but even so, it's doing a nice job. So now we've gone R8 adapter to a Morse taper adapter to another Morse drill. Slowed things down quite a bit as well. This is a 19mm drill, so it should do the job quite nicely. little bit of a countersink on there as well, so I get a good weld bead into it. Having the spacer in here makes a massive difference to these machines. You couldn't use drills like this without having the riser block in. It's one of the first things I did to modify the machine, and it's one of the best mods you can do, I think. It doesn't seem to affect its rigidity in any way. Definitely need a little brush to put this stuff on with. To do with the table locking off really, but that'll do fine. We'll do the 19mm on the 20mm pin first. Just clean the end up. I haven't taken the full mill off because I'm not quite sure how accurate that hole will be drilled. Seems to be quite good actually. Yep, it is indeed 19mm. Right, so that fits in there. We need to go a little bit deeper. Right, I've left a little bit so it'll be a knock-in fit now. We'll put a chamfer on the end so that we've got plenty to get a weld onto. And we need it parting off to length, which I think was 40mm. I measured it again. 35mm. Right, 35, that's it there. Try taking the tool post up, it always works better. Definitely need a little pot to put some of this anchor lube in. I'll go back to my favourite old brush. That's the thing, you get smoke, you don't get smoke with the anchor lube. This is a high-speed steel blade as well, not an insert. It's getting near time to use an axe so that blade's blunt. Mustn't forget the board. Saves all the nasty clumsy marks. Just going to tail the end of it and put a little chamfer on it. Right, that's a nice fit. We'll get a nice weld round there, that'll be really strong. That's the first one. I've made the pins a little bit slack, fit in there slacker than I want to be. This is a little dodge. I think I like to tighten them up just till I weld them. You put 1 or 2 centre pop marks around the outside, it will actually give it something to grip on when you knock it in. People say I shouldn't use a tap as a punch. I've done it for the last 40 years and I haven't broke one yet, so. Right, that should be enough to allow it to grip in there quite nicely now. Bastard! Yeah. That one is actually a good fit. Right, so now we can go and weld them in. I've made a little bit of a mistake. That one should have went in from that side. It'll not make much difference, I can still weld it in. That's the way it needs to be. Or I can get weld around there, so it's not going to be a massive problem. But it's annoying. This is a new Artec 261 AC/DC TIG set. I'm going to use this to weld them in, and I'm going to use the Easy Set option. Easy Set DC TIG. I'm going through the menu. I'm using a 2.4mm tungsten. I use 2.4 for everything. I'm going to set it to 6mm. I need plenty of power, and I can always back off. And I'm going to use a pedal. Steel. It's basically steel and stainless, so we'll go for stainless. We'll call it a butt joint. Don't want any pulse on, just do it all manually. And I'm using a pedal, like I say. It's going to give us 160 amps, which is probably too much, but using a pedal, I can back it off. Cup size 8, gas flow 13 litres a minute. That's all you need to know. Basically, that's ready to weld. Simple as that. Use a blue tungsten, I use blue for everything. The tungsten, like I say, is 2.4. This is a WP. This is a WP20 torch, a water cooled torch, which is a perfect match for that machine. It'll take anything the machine can put out. And it's nice and light and comfortable. It's a CK torch, and I put a different cable on. I put a heavier cable on, and that's why it's got a sort of custom build handle. I've just got used to using it really. The filler wire I'm going to use is 309 stainless, which is good for dissimilar metals. That's full pedal, and now I'm backing off. Tack both sides first. Right, now you can go nowhere. I'll bring the camera in so I can get an off shot of welding the other ones in. I don't think I'll be going very far in a hurry. Right, so they're welded into there. I also managed to get a fillet of weld around a little bit where I'd countersunk on the wrong side and welded there. They aren't going to give any trouble, I wouldn't have thought. Right, the handle needs a bend in, so if we're warmed up down there and just bend it around quite nicely, it should bend no problem when it's hot. This flame's oxypropane. It's a good hot flame, but it's a bastard to get started to stabilise on the tip. Once you get it, you've got it, but it is not nice to start off. Right, so that's the flame stabilised now. Right, so we want some heat putting on this. There. Not as hot as oxyacetylene, but it's not far away. You can't weld with it though. You need the oxyacetylene to be able to weld. I've got a cutting torch as well, but I should be able to get enough heat in with this. Right. Looks pretty good to me. Let's roll the end off. And cut these two arms to length. I'm just going to tack these two together, so when I drill the holes and round the corners off, they'll both be the same. Not take much, just 2 decent tacks is all it needs. Having these both tacked together means I can drill the holes and they're going to be in exactly the same place. I don't think it's going to be that critical, but we might as well make them symmetrical. The tack welds come off, the bastard thing. Scabby bastard. That's typical that. The other one's still on. I should have put bigger tacks on it. You know what I mean? Like a knife through a butter, that bastard. ear tool for a split pin to go through. Right, so we've got a washer, one bar, and the split pin goes through there. It should go through there. There you go. I'm very impressed with this cutting lubricant. Very impressed. Look at that fucking arsehole thing. Once again, just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because I'm getting very, very near to 100,000 subscribers. Anyway, thanks for watching.